Now, going back to the other big story that we've been tracking here on Republic TV since this morning, in a fresh announcement, the Taliban's Ministry of Higher Education has banned women from universities. As per this latest order, the higher education will be suspended for women until further notice. Now, first, of course, it was gyms and parks that women were banned from. Now, the Taliban has deterred women from pursuing higher education. Here's more. All right, just to tell our viewers what has happened, do remember that earlier, of course, the Taliban in its edict had banned girls who were studying in middle school or high school either. Thereafter, now they seem to have extended this ban to universities as well. This comes even as the world, of course, has slammed this move. However, questions are being raised as to whether world powers are doing enough to stop the Taliban from moving. Okay, I think we've got Bare Afghanpur live from Afghanistan on this, joining us right now. Bare Afghanpur, are you there with us?
Yes, I listen to you.
Yes. Bare Afghanpur, to begin with, tell us what this edict really means. Now, the timing of it is extremely interesting. It comes after girls who were in universities actually took their exams, and thereafter, the Taliban has now come out with this new ruling.
Thanks to the question. And the first time many question was about that. Why the Taliban closed the schools, but higher education have continued, and they have not a problem with the women's education in the higher classes. And now like a symbolic movement, they invite the girls to school for taking exam, and that was not always they take the exam. And after that, some girls come and take the exam. Many question was about that. If they want to close the schools, why they don't close the higher education in the private and republic universities? And after that, absolutely, they have not expression about this decision, and they announced it last night with the formal letter that we close the universities. Until that, we announced a new decision about this.
Right, Mr. Afghanpur, the world, of course, and the US has condemned this move by the Taliban. But do people in Afghanistan feel very let down by powerful European and Western countries? Because it does appear that they haven't done enough to stop the Taliban. People of Afghanistan,
after the 24 years now, when they learn how to living in the modern country and a modern education system, and many people in a youth generation educated, and naturally Afghan people post universities in India and Turkey, and now they are working as a teacher in the public universities. Sure that Afghan people about this decision have a very powerful reaction, but always Taliban reaction with the weapon, and they afraid the people, and people can show that decision to change this situation. It's impossible to talk with a person have talking with a weapon.
Right, absolutely. So you are saying that there is a kind of desperation that's there among the Afghan people as the Taliban continues with its brutal rule. But Mr. Afghanpur, obviously this is going to take Afghanistan's women back decades, if not centuries, because they're not allowed essentially to study after primary school. Is that understanding correct?
The Afghanistan Women's Society always have a movement, and they have demonstrations for the change this unlogically decision of the Taliban government. But unfortunately, they make a new program that women can show their objection about the decision of the Taliban government, and now the women can have a demonstration for this logical decision. Last night, after that, they announced the decision of the Taliban government, and the morning when I have come to office, they create a new checkpoint with the security special forces and the roads and next to schools and universities, that if women as don't take the permission, and they push it down that to leave the area. And it's true that they absolutely don't want to listen any person, maybe that's the man or woman. They only want to decide it, only the Taliban can decide it about this situation. And other people of Afghanistan, if they have not like a Taliban thinking style, and like them, they have
right.
They can talking about this decision. And now the situation showed that the people are arrested and living in this country as a person living in the prison.
Right. Mr. Bare Afghanpur, appreciate your speaking to us on Republic TV. Thank you very much for joining us. And we hope, of course, the world can do enough to stop what's happening in Afghanistan.